Welcome back to Living Local. Most of us has some sort of a collection, whether it's sports, music, art, comic books, or action figures, or perhaps something that's a little more different. If you're looking to add to your collection, you may want to check out an estate sale. So in this segment, which is sponsored by Doodads, Jennifer Goldsberry is here to talk more about the collections.
Hi there, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's always a pleasure having you. You always bring a light energy. Man, you got the whole setup here today. I
did bring quite a few things here today because we're talking about collecting and it can really run the gamut, right?
Yeah, so you brought a few collectible items and just kind of talk a little about what is hot right now when it comes to collections.
Well, certainly trends have changed in collecting. There's no doubt about it. Something very popular right now, of course, is classic cars, records, that type of thing. If you can't quite do the big classic cars, I brought some smaller ones, but certainly collecting is just as popular as ever.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and yeah, of course you brought some collectible cars. What else did you bring here on the table? Because this is you have a wide variety from cars to salt and pepper shakers to money. I like the money part, but
this week's sale is just an example of what a dedicated collector that really people can be. And so I wanted to bring a little bit of what we have available this week. We do have a large salt and pepper shaker collection. These are great. They're small. They can come in almost any theme that you can think of,
yeah,
so
seriously.
It sort of goes into double collectibles. Coins are a popular collectible for sure. People collect coins and old money, and we do have a nice example of some vintage purses, a great vintage purse collection, and of course a pocket watch collection. And those again are just some small samplings of what people can collect that you might not think of all the time.
Now let me ask you something. Have you seen an increase in collectible items since the pandemic hit? Because people are now, they had to be at home for a while and they kind of got into it?
Absolutely. A lot of things that we saw a big increase in collecting were vintage toys or maybe retro toys, things that invoke nostalgia in people. So we definitely have seen a surge in collecting again. Sports cards. People are doing the sports cards again. That's very, very popular again.
Yeah, no, I know that's a big thing. I'm a big sports guy, so I've seen some crazy things happen. Actually, just recently we had a baseball card sell for like $7 million. So there's something to, some interesting fact for you today.
Check estate sales. You might find that $7 million card.
That would be a big hit. So what are some of the coolest collections that you have come across?
We have came across just some phenomenal collections. Several months ago, we came into a sale that collected hands. It was one of the most impressive, just the figurines. Sports collections, I get some tremendous sports collectibles at our sales, including autographs, things like that. And we absolutely love to come across those large jewelry collections, things like that. Some people collect turquoise or certain types of necklaces, and we love seeing those collections around as well. We come across some very fascinating collections.
Yeah, and to add on to that, what are some of the weirdest collections that you have come across, or the more different ones? Yeah.
Sure. Well, hands down, I think that hands one, that we gave that one a thumbs up for being very unusual. I've came across, this might not be unusual maybe to folks, but I've definitely came across sales where they're collecting car parts or things like that, or pieces of cars, emblems, that kind of thing. You know, it's really fascinating, all the different things that people do collect. It's just anything, your imagination can really, it's just unlimited.
So do you have like a personal collection you want to share here that maybe you some items maybe you collect?
Well, personally, I do collect things as well, and I am just as guilty as collecting multiple different things. I love seasonal items, so I have a huge Halloween collection. It definitely invokes fond memories of my childhood, trick-or-treating and things like that. That's one of my biggest collections. Maybe in the fall I'll have to bring some on and show you some of the great old Halloween stuff I have.
So are these some of the items that you're going to see at this week's sale, or like are these some of the actual pieces that you can find at this estate sale?
These are going to be available this week. This is it. Yes, we have this is just a very fraction of that large salt and pepper shaker collection that we have. We have tons and tons of watches, purses, and so many other collectibles this week. They've got to come out.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, really cool. I like the cars, honestly. They look like they're in pristine condition, really.
These are in pristine condition. Some collectors love to have those certificates of authenticity or those collector's certificates. These cars actually come with that, and we have a whole case full of these. Some other great die-cast car collectibles this weekend as well.
Excellent. So how can people find out more information about this upcoming estate sale? Of course, maybe if not this one, maybe some future ones, right?
They can most definitely check either one of our Davenport stores, either downtown or in the Village of East Davenport. Always catch us on our social media. Our Facebook is where it's at. You're going to find preview pictures and videos and all the information on where the sales are.
Excellent. All right, Jennifer, I really appreciate it. This is really cool. You guys need to get out there and check. I mean, who isn't collecting something? I mean, we all have some sort of collection. I guarantee you're going to find something here.
That's right. You're going to find something. There's something for everyone.
Absolutely. So, of course, this segment was sponsored by Doodads. For more information about the next estate sales or others that are coming up, you can check them out on Facebook. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com.